The Patek Philippe Cubitus is here, their first new collection in 25 years, and this video is going to be interesting. It's going to be fun. I've got some thoughts. But first of all, I'm not a watch expert, I'm just a watch nerd, so if you are new around here, make sure to pop down in the comments, let us know your thoughts on the watch, but also click that subscribe button. Only about 5% of you guys are subscribed, so make sure you ring that bell icon as well so you never miss another video. It was leaked. It was leaked on a photo from a Forbes article, and I didn't want to talk about the leak or anything at all. I wanted to stay stum. I didn't post about it on Instagram. We obviously didn't make a video on the leak, whereas some people did. My thoughts were that moon phase model that leaked of the Cubitus looked terrible. It was all jammed up and crammed on the dial and wonky, and the only part about it I liked was the big date. I also didn't like the fact it is just not very elegant. But fast forward, Patek Philippe ran a very, very large unveiling event of the new Cubitus, and it's real. The Patek Philippe Cubitus is here, and it's real. So, as I mentioned, this is Patek Philippe's first brand new collection in 25 years, since the 20-4 collection, which is a ladies' collection. Their first new men's collection since 1997 with the Aquanaut, which, if anyone remembers, or if anyone's read about it, was very terribly received upon release and is now one of their most popular models. So that might happen with this. But what does the collection involve? Well, currently it's 3 models. It's got a steel model with a green dial, which won Terry over.
It did win me over, I'll be honest.
Terry's a sucker for green. It's got a steel and 18 karat rose gold model with a blue dial, and it's also got a platinum date and moon phase on a fabric strap, and that's my least favorite model by far. If you're interested in pricing at all, I think the price is the least interesting part of this watch, but the steel model, which it is cool to see Patek Philippe doing a steel model again. The price of the steel model is 35,330 Great British pounds, GBP. The mixed metal is 52,480 pounds, and the platinum is 75,690 pounds. So there's the pricing. And I think it is interesting that they stopped one. Obviously, they no longer do a steel men's Nautilus, and they also discontinued, I think it was the travel time steel Aquanaut at Watches and Wonders. And I think I said at the time they were discontinuing it to bring out a new steel model in future. First of all, the name, not doing it for me. Cubitus. It's not even a proper square. It's got the corners cut off. Also, a cube is a 3D shape. I'm not a big fan of the look of the watch. Is it going to grow on me? Very possibly. Very, very, very possibly. And I also want to get out the way that I am not the target audience for this watch. I never in my lifetime am going to be able to afford this watch. Very, very, very unlikely. But I don't care because I don't like it. And if you clicked on this video to watch it, there's a chance that you care about my thoughts on this watch. So I'm going to subject you to them even more. Let me get out the way of the other specs. Not that anyone actually cares. It's 30 meters water resistant, like every Patek Philippe now. 45 millimeters diameter. The height is 8.3 millimeters. Screw down crown, sapphire case back, all things that you expect from Patek Philippe. The steel model has a 35-hour power reserve, or 35 to 45-hour power reserve. But you're not buying this watch for the specs, you're buying it because it's Patek Philippe. More specifically, a new Patek Philippe that's all funky. I think my biggest issue with this watch is where it fits in to the collection. I've heard people say that it fits into Patek Philippe's collection quite well, and it has its place. But I'd counter that by saying it fits into Patek Philippe's collection quite well because it already damn exists in Patek Philippe collection, and has since the 70s in a little watch called the Nautilus. The Nautilus is already an integrated bracelet sports watch that is a rounded square. It's vaguely square shaped, and they've just redesigned it and added some corners and redesigned it with a ruler. It's got exactly the same bracelet on it as the Nautilus. This should have just been a new sub-collection of the Nautilus. It's the fact that they made such a fanfare about it being a new collection, their first new collection in 25 years, 27, if you want to, for some reason, discount the 20-4, as lots of people have. But it's a bit insulting. No matter your thoughts on the watch, it's a little bit insulting that it's just a Nautilus with a different case. Same bracelet, same dial design, all of these things are pretty much the same. It's just a little bit straighter and less elegant. It's genuinely just like a Gerald Charles, hey Nautilus, and the Cubitus was the result. There's so many other ways, cooler ways, nicer ways that they could have introduced a square watch into the collection. I wouldn't even have such a big issue if they redesigned the bracelet, if they'd gone through that effort to redesign the bracelet. But to call this watch a brand new collection, and for it to be the first new collection in 25 years, and just be a Nautilus with a different case shape, flattened out slightly, is crap and lazy. Patek Philippe is supposed to be the king of the industry. It's the king of the Holy Trinity. And this just shows that they don't really give a crap. They said they didn't want to be known as a steel sports watch maker, so they discontinued the 5711. And now they've just brought out a steel sports watch in the Cubitus with the reference number 5821. It's maddening. I don't think the watch looks particularly hideous. I just think it's incredibly lazy and nowhere near as elegant as something like the Nautilus or even other Gerald Genta designs like the Royal Oak or even the Constellation or something like that. It's sort of Genta-esque. It just feels disconnected to me. The case feels like it doesn't belong with that bracelet. They should have changed the bracelet design. And honestly, it just makes me facepalm. I didn't think this watch was real, which is why I didn't talk about it. But now it's real. I'm a bit mad, even though I'm not the target audience, so I've got no reason to be mad. But it's Patek Philippe, and they set a precedent. They made the Tiffany dial 5711 as the final steel Nautilus, and then everyone starts making Tiffany dial watches. But lots of people like it. That's just my thoughts. Terry, what are your thoughts?
I like the green. They are dull.
Oh, they're so dull.
And there's nothing particularly interesting about them. Nothing that gets me excited.
They've got all the same design cues as the Nautilus. They've even got the big ears.
And the worst thing is they remind me of other watches.
Everything's always going to have inklings of other watches, but it's even got the ears. You see the Nautilus? They should have redesigned the bracelet, made the center links more angular to match the case. It just makes no sense. It's got hard lines and stuff now. It's not soft. They should have redesigned the center links. So it would have flowed better, but no, they're lazy. If they'd redesigned the center links to be more angular to match the new case, I think it would be a much better watch and much better looking, but at the moment it just looks disconnected and it looks lazy because I don't mind a more angular design, but the case and the bracelet don't fit together because one's very curvy and elegant, the other's much more angular. And they only did that because they're lazy and they're Patek Philippe and people like the bracelet. Guys, what do you think? Do you agree with me? Do you disagree with me? Share your thoughts down below. And whilst you're down there, why not like, subscribe, ding that bell icon so you never miss another video. And why not consider clicking that join button, becoming a channel member, supporting us directly. Whilst we're on the subject, thank you very much to all of our channel members on screen now. You guys are the absolute best people in the world. And the second best people in the world is everyone watching this video. So you know what to do. Watch yourselves.